Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's gonna be one of my very first videos with guns, one of many forthcoming ones. At the very beginning, I wanna call it out that I'm not a professional. I love shooting sports. Guns are a hobby of mine. I practice safe and responsible gun ownership at all times. These videos are just for people like you and me who need instructions on how to maintain their guns in a simple fashion. I'm not recommending the use of any particular brand of cleaning products. I'm not recommending any particular gun brand. These are all my own views, and this is just an instructional video about how to care for this particular weapon which I own. Having said that, this is a Walther CCP that I use for my everyday carry and like concealed carry. It has a 8-round single stack magazine chambered in 9mm. I've just customized the sights. I've used the True Glow high visibility sights here, if you can see it right there. The original sights that come with the Walther are good, of course, but I prefer that in low light conditions. I feel that these sights work good for me. Having said that, there are other sights in the market, probably like high vis, which can also work for you. So we'll come straight to it. First things first, safety. No round in the chamber, right? If you can see, no round in the chamber. I'll remove the magazine before starting the video, so no round in the chamber to start with. You can see there the barrel, there's no round in the chamber, and I have to clean this because I've been using this at the range today. So no round in the magazine. To start with, it needs to be in this position. The Walther comes with its own tool for field stripping the CCP. This is a tool that comes with the Walther in its box. So the first step is to insert, if you can see it here, to insert this tool here, this end, right here, lift it up and insert it like this. There you go. And then, hold on, I think the field of view is a little off. Okay, so one more time. There. Now, once it is done, just pull it, and yeah, it can be tricky a little time. So there you go, comes right off. Okay, there, you can see it now. The Walther CCP has a fixed barrel. This is because it has a proprietary soft gas recoil system that minimizes recoil by using this piston right here that slides into, I'm not sure if you can see the hole right in there, and right there, you can point it there, right there, so that when you fire, the expanding gases come out here, and there are spaces here, right here and right there, and it flows in and pushes this piston so that the slide resists the recoil that pushes back and kind of balances it out. Along with that, the spring is pretty light and easy, which makes it a breeze to shoot the Walther. So now that we've stripped it, the first thing to do is, what I do is I take like a gun cleaner spray. I'm not going to show you the brand because I'm not promoting any brands here. I sprayed generously on all those parts that would have powder residue on it. And a little in the barrel as well. Okay, there you go. Now I'll leave it on for a little, like 10 seconds, and then the next piece of equipment I use is an old toothbrush. Again, it can be anything, doesn't have to be anything fancy, pretty much anything will work. The other stuff that we'll be using are patches and a normal like gun cleaning kit. So you can use a gun cleaning kit as well as a snake, as they call it. I haven't used a snake yet, so I'm going to use my normal method of the gun cleaning kit. So start with it, standard rod that I'll be fixing to the end of the handle. There you go. There. Then I have a brush with 9mm. There it goes. Typically some gun manufacturers provide this brush. This one didn't come with the Walther, but it came with the Glock 17 that I have. So it's there now. It's been more than 10 seconds. So first step, before I do this, take the brush, okay, that I showed you, and just brush, you know, all the moving parts. See the amount of muck that comes out? It was black, remember? And now when I clean it, it becomes shiny again. There you go. There you go. Okay. We'll look at the inside of the barrel later, but first I wanted to clean the slide spring. This is a striker fired gun, so there you go. See the amount of powder residue you have over there. Now you don't have to do this every time you go to the range, but it's actually a good practice. See the amount of black thing that comes out, the muck. I'm sure you're able to see it. Look at that. See? There. See? It's coming out. There. Okay. I'll let it sit for a while, but because it acts as an emulsifier. Normal paper towel, and you see what I mean there. See? That's the amount of residue we are looking at. Okay, now that the inside has sat for some time, I use the brush. This is a normal process. There. Now you will realize this when you clean it, that the first few times you put the brush inside, it's gonna be tight because there's powder residue, but then it becomes smooth. See? It was tight at the beginning, but it becomes smooth. Now you could have also used a snake, which is absolutely fine, but I prefer using the brush. See how black it becomes? Then just use the paper towel, you know, there, and that's the amount of stuff that is there. Now that you've cleaned the barrel and the moving parts, the next step is to use patches. Okay. So this is quite a big needle eye. So what I do is I take 3 patches. 1, 2, 3. That was lucky. Came out with just the right number. I thread it in through the eye, like so. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There. Almost there. Yep. So and so, right? The reason I use 3 patches, you can use 1 and 2, is to give it a tight fit inside the barrel. And from experience, it tells me that when I put 3 in the barrel, it's actually very tight. See, like so. There you go. And you pass it through for a few times. And this is how it becomes. You see it? How dirty it becomes. So yeah, it's just to give it a tight fit, and it becomes really smooth. Now discard it after once you're done. Of course, there's no use of the patches anymore. Take 3 more. There, or maybe just 2 more. That's fine. Whatever works for you. And we put it in. There. So, and one more time. The idea is to do it till the swabs or patches are clean. Pretty clean. If I don't know if it's going to focus inside the barrel or not, but there. See? Okay. Now the next step, we had scrubbed it, remember? So there is still some oil over there. So what I do is I use this as a probe to wipe it clean, because we don't want gun oil, excessive cleaning oil to be there, because then when you fire the gun the next time, the powder will react with it and just get stuck and form a very greasy, tight compound which will be difficult to remove. So remove as much of the oil as you can, like so, from the inlets, from where the expanding gases flow into the piston chamber and move the piston forwards, so the slide resists the recoil and tries to move the gun forward at the time it is kicking back. So see how it becomes? Yeah, that's the amount of powder residue that is in the gun in all different places you can imagine. And now right now I'm cleaning. There you go. That was the piston chamber that is used for the soft gas recoil system. There, and look at that. Look at the marker. Look at that. So that's what I learned, that it's not only the barrel that you need to clean, it's the other parts that accumulate a lot of the powder residue. Again, if you take care of your gun, it'll take care of you when you need it to. So that's my saying, or my thought process. So now it's time to clean the piston. We had scrubbed it, but we hadn't cleaned it. So it was black, remember? And we had scrubbed it with a toothbrush. And now, after we clean it, there, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it was black, remember? Look at it now. It's white, it's almost white. That's actually the color of it. And it's also important to keep this piston head over here clean, because that's the one that's a fit into the chamber. If powder residue and other stuff accumulate on it, it'll become tight and cause wear and tear to the chamber. If it's too tight, it'll not do what it's supposed to do and not slide out and cause recoil. If it's too loose due to wear and tear, the gas is going to expand without pushing the piston. So it's very important that we clean this part of the gun with great care. There, see? Okay, so now that we've cleaned that part, I'm going to take two more patches. There, so there, and then I'm going to clean this portion, the striker head and the slide. Okay, see, we had sprayed it, remember? We have to clean it as well, and you'll be surprised to see how much powder residue gets deposited there. I use this as a strobe. There. What I do is, see the mark, okay? Yep, like I said, I wrap the head like that and I push it in. Same on this side. I wrap the head with the patches and push it in. And the result, there you go. And you can see the spring, and a little bit of mark is still there, so I need to do it again. Right here. Right here. There you go. And then, easiest way to clean the inside of the slide, I put it through the opening from which the barrel protrudes, and I just wipe it and turn it and wipe it and turn it. So that takes care of the clean, and there you go. It's as dirty as it possibly can be. Now, next part to do is to put some lubricating oil that will protect your gun from rust or any other components, and keep it to some extent moisture and water resistant. So the trick is to put stuff wherever you have moving parts, but I guess you'll already know that. So normal gun oil, I use a Remington brand, but you pretty much can use anything that's available on the market. There. And then what I do, the practice I follow is just to put a drop, not to soak it in oil, but because that's not the purpose of the oil. There, one drop there, and to actually put wherever you have moving parts. So there, that's a slide lock, the release, okay, and you put a drop of oil where the moving parts are. So I've already done that. There are a few moving parts here as well, right? When the slide moves back, it moves the striker. See, that's a spring I'm moving right now. That fires the striker. Actually, that is a striker, in fact. See, if I pull it, and if I can make it focus, but there the striker goes in and then comes out, right? So that's a moving part. 2 drops, 1, 2. It's taken care of it, right? And then what I do to lubricate the barrel is I take 2 patches, like so. I thread it in. Like so. I put 2 drops on each side. There. And now what I do is I run this through the barrel. Through the barrel. Remember, when we had run the first 3 and then the 2 patches through the barrel, it had appeared clean, but look at this now when I put the gun oil inside and moved it. So this is because of the rifling. There is still a little residue left typically after you've cleaned it. So when we put the gun oil and move it, it has had time to loosen up because of the oil we had put in before. So it actually cleans it better, as well it keeps the barrel of your gun lubricated, right? And then because this is now soaked,